This tutorial video will explore the process of creating a form, publishing that form to students, accessing the results of your form, and analyzing the data that you collect. The first thing you should do is go to Google Drive. To get to Google Drive from your email, you click on the 9 boxes that are in the upper right-hand corner. If you click on those, you'll get to Drive. Once you're in your Google Drive, you can click Create and go down to Form. I'm going to always give your form a name. You can always change the name later. And the same goes for a theme. You can pick a theme now and you can change it later. I'm going to go with a magazine theme. Click OK. Your first decision is whether or not you want to automatically collect your respondents' usernames. If you're dealing with students or faculty or other members of Totino Grace that have a TG email, you can check the box to automatically collect their username. If you are sending this form to anyone outside of Totino Grace, do not check any of these boxes. So once you have made that determination, you need to choose a response destination. Where will your content from your survey go? So I'm going to click that button and click New Spreadsheet. I'd say 99% of the time that's just fine. You'll also have the option of creating a new spreadsheet. On my personal work email, I have checked this box so I never have to make this again. It will just automatically create a new spreadsheet for me. You could uncheck that box and then you make this preference every single time. Because I'm doing this for training purposes, I'm going to uncheck that box. But again, for my personal preferences, I check that box all the time. And we click Create. You'll see it's setting up a spreadsheet, and now instead of choose response destination, you can view responses. So my question, since I'm going to collect their usernames, I don't need their names. What is your book number? You can select, this is not a multiple choice, this is going to be text. Text allows for short answer responses. Paragraph means longer. I'd say 1 or 2 sentences at most for text. Anything longer, go with paragraph. If you want your question to be required, check the required box and the survey taker will be required to answer that. Now I'm going to ask a multiple choice question. How many hours did you spend last week? Option 1. And 2 to 3 hours. If you wanted to give them an other response, you could click other and they would have their answer. If you don't want that there, you can click the X. Click required and done. So here is my form. What does it look like? I want to see it. I want to click up at the top where it says View Live Form. To share this form, this is to put it out to people so that they can take it. The best and only recommended way to do that is to copy the URL at the top of the form when you're looking at it. Okay, so highlight it and copy it. So highlight it, copy that, which also could be Command C, and then you can either go to your email or to your Haiku page. We'll show you how this works in Haiku here in just a second. I'm going to stay on this page. Okay. So I'm going to, I'll edit content block. On page text. Please take our tech survey. I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to click my link button. paste in that I have a website. I'm going to click OK. And now, after I click Save, anyone who clicks my text there will access my form. There we go. What is your book number? I spent 2 to 3 hours. Click Submit. Alright. The receiver of this content which would be the teacher, has 2 different ways to get the responses. So if you go back to your drive, you can see your technology survey. If you were to click there, it brings you to your edit box and you can click View Responses. And that will take you to your survey. Here's the timestamp, the username of the person who took it, and their answers. That's part 1. Another option would be, if you're in your drive, you'll see that it says Technology Survey, and in parentheses it'll say Responses. If you were to click on that, it would also bring you to the same spreadsheet. So there are 2 ways to access the same content. When you're viewing responses, depending upon how many responses you get, sometimes it's a pain to try to click through all of the information. So if you go to Form, and you scroll down to Show Summary of Responses, it will give you pie charts and a track record of your responses that you've received. It will collect all of the information just per question. And so that's a nice way to get a quick summary. Again, that's under Form and Show Summary of Responses. That's sometimes easier than reading it from a giant spreadsheet. Hopefully that is helpful information, and you have enough information to give it a shot yourself.